Now I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and makes war. His eyes were like a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He had a name written that no one knew except himself. He was clothed with a robe dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies in heaven, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, followed him on white horses. Now out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he should strike the Gentiles. And he himself will rule them with a rod of iron. He himself treads the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Elohim. And he has on his robe and on his thigh a name written, Melech, I am Melech, Jehovah, I am Jehovah. Then I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the birds that fly in the midst of heaven, Come and gather together for the supper of the great Elohim, that you may eat the flesh of kings, the flesh of captains, the flesh of mighty men, the flesh of horses and of those who sit on them, and the flesh of all people, free and slave, both small and great. And I saw the beast, the kings of the earth and their armies, gathered together to make war against him who sat on the horse and against his army. Then the beast was captured, and with him the false prophet who worked signs in his presence, by which he deceived those who received the mark of the beast, and those who worshipped his image. These two were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the rest were killed with the sword which proceeded from the mouth of him who sat on the horse. And all the birds were filled with their flesh. Numbers chapter 16, verse 1, through Numbers chapter 16, verse 32. 1 Samuel chapter 11, verse 14, through chapter 12, verse 22. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. And they rose up before Moses with some of the sons of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, representatives of the congregation, men of renown. They gathered together against Moses and Aaron, and said to them, You take too much upon yourselves, for all the congregation is holy, every one of them, and Jehovah is among them. Why then do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of Jehovah? So when Moses heard it, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and all his company, saying, Tomorrow morning Jehovah will show who is his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near to him. That one whom he chooses, he will cause to come near to him. Do this, take censers, Korah and all your company, put fire in them, and put incense them before Jehovah tomorrow, and it shall be that the man whom Jehovah chooses is the Holy One. You take too much upon of Levi. Then Moses said to Korah, Hear now, you sons of Levi, is it a small thing to you that the Elohim of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the work of the tabernacle of Jehovah, and to stand before the congregation to serve them, and that he has brought you near to himself, you and all your brethren, the sons of Levi, with you? And are you seeking the priesthood also? Therefore you and all your company are gathered together against Jehovah, that you complain against him. And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, but they said, We will not come up. Is it a small thing that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, that you should keep acting like a prince over us? Moreover, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Will you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. Then Moses was very angry, and said to Jehovah, Do not respect their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them, nor have I hurt one of them. And Moses said to Korah, Tomorrow, you and all your company before Jehovah, you and they, as well as Aaron. Let each take his censer and put incense in it. And each of you bring his censer before Jehovah, 250 censers, both you and Aaron, each with his censer. So every man took his censer, put fire in it, laid incense on it, and stood at the door of the tabernacle of meeting with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Then the glory of Jehovah appeared to all the congregation. And Jehovah spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment." Then they fell on their faces and said, "O Elohim, the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and you be angry with all the congregation?" So Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the congregation, saying, get away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." Then Moses rose and went to Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spoke to the congregation, saying, "Depart now from the tents of these wicked men, touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all their sins." So they got away from around the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the door of their tents with their wives, their sons, and their little ones. And Moses said, "By this you shall know that Jehovah has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own will. If these men die naturally like all men, or if they are visited by the common fate of all men, then Jehovah has not sent me. But if Jehovah creates a new thing, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the pit, then you will understand that these men have rejected Jehovah." Now it came to pass, as he finished speaking all these words, that the ground split apart under them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, with their households and all the men with Korah, with all their goods. So they, and all those with them, went down alive into the pit. The earth closed over them, and they perished from among the assembly. Then all Israel who were around them fled at their cry, for they said, "Lest the earth swallow us up also." And a fire came out from Jehovah, and consumed the 250 men who were offering incense. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, to pick up the censers out of the blaze, for they are holy, and scatter the fire some distance away. The censers of these men who sinned against their own souls, let them be made into hammered plates as a covering for the altar. Because they presented them before Jehovah, therefore they are holy, and they shall be assigned to the sons of Israel." So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers which those who were burned up had presented, and they were hammered out as a covering on the altar, to be a memorial to the sons of Israel, that no outsider, who is not a descendant of Aaron, should come near to offer incense before Jehovah, that he might not become like Korah and his companions, just as Jehovah had said to him through Moses. On the next day, all the congregation of the sons of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron, saying, "You have killed the people of Jehovah." Now it happened, when the congregation had gathered against Moses and Aaron, that they turned toward the tabernacle of meeting, and suddenly the cloud covered it, and the glory of Jehovah appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of meeting, and Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, "Get away from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment." And they fell on their faces. So Moses said to Aaron, "Take a censer, and put fire in it from the altar, put incense on it, and take it quickly to the congregation, and make atonement for them, for wrath has gone out from Jehovah. The plague has begun." Then Aaron took it as Moses commanded, and ran into the midst of the assembly, and already the plague had begun among the people. So he put in the incense, and made atonement for the people. And he stood between the dead and the living, so the plague was stopped. Now those who died in the plague were 14,700, besides those who died in the Korah incident. So Aaron returned to Moses at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, for the plague had stopped. And Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel, and get from them a rod from each father's house, all their leaders according to their father's houses, 12 rods. Write each man's name on his rod, and you shall write Aaron's name on the rod of Levi, for there shall be one rod for the head of each father's house. Then you shall place them in the tabernacle of meeting before the testimony, where I meet with you. And it shall be that the rod of the man whom I choose will blossom. Thus I will rid myself of the complaints of the sons of Israel, which they make against you." So Moses spoke to the sons of Israel, and each of their leaders gave him a rod apiece, for each leader according to their father's houses, 12 rods, and the rod of Aaron was among their rods. And Moses placed the rods before Jehovah in the tabernacle of witness. Now it came to pass on the next day that Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron, of the house of Levi, had sprouted and put forth buds, had produced blossoms and yielded ripe almonds. Then Moses brought out all the rods from before Jehovah to all the sons of Israel, and they looked, and each man took his rod. And Jehovah said to Moses, Bring Aaron's rod back before the testimony to be kept as a sign against the rebels, that you may put their complaints away from me. They die. Thus did Moses, just as Jehovah had commanded him, so he did. So the sons of Israel saying, surely we die, we perish, we all perish. Whoever even comes near the tabernacle of Jehovah must die. Shall we all utterly die? Then Jehovah said to Aaron, you and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear the iniquity related to the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear the iniquity associated with your priesthood. Also bring with you your brethren of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve you while you and your sons are with you before the tabernacle of witness. They shall attend to your needs and all the needs of the tabernacle, but they shall not come near the articles of the sanctuary and the altar, lest they die, they and you also. They shall be joined with you and attend to the needs of the tabernacle of meeting, for all the work of the tabernacle. But an outsider shall not come near you, and you shall attend to the duties of the sanctuary and the duties of the altar, that there may be no more wrath on the sons of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken your brethren the Levites from among the sons of Israel. They are a gift to you, given by Jehovah, to do the work of the tabernacle of meeting. Therefore you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for everything at the altar and behind the veil, and you shall serve. I give your priesthood to you as a gift for service, but the outsider who comes near shall be put to death. And Jehovah spoke to Aaron, here, I myself have also given you charge of my heave offerings, all the holy gifts of the sons of Israel. I have given them as a portion to you and your sons, as an ordinance forever. This shall be yours of the most holy things reserved from the fire. Every offering of theirs, every grain offering, and every sin offering, and every trespass offering which they render to me, shall be most holy for you and your sons. In a most holy place you shall eat it, every male shall eat it. It shall be holy to you. This also is yours, the heave offering of their gift, with all the wave offerings of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you, and your sons and daughters with you, as an ordinance forever. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. All the best of the oil, all the best of the new wine and the grain, their first fruits which they offer to Jehovah, I have given them to you. Whatever first ripe fruit is in their land, which they bring to Jehovah, shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that first opens the womb of all flesh, which they bring to Jehovah, whether man or beast, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall surely redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. And those redeemed of the devoted things you shall redeem when 1 month old, according to your valuation, for 5 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. But the firstborn of a cow, the firstborn of a sheep, or the firstborn of a goat you shall not redeem, they are holy. You shall sprinkle their blood on the altar, and burn their fat as an offering made by fire for a sweet aroma to Jehovah. And their flesh shall be yours, just as the wave breast and the right thigh are yours. All the heave offerings of the holy things, which the sons of Israel offer to Jehovah, I have given to you and your sons and daughters with you as an ordinance forever. It is a covenant of salt forever before Jehovah with you and your descendants with you. Then Jehovah said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in their land, nor shall you have any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the sons of Israel. Behold, I have given the sons of Levi all the tithes in Israel, as an inheritance in return for the work which they perform, the work of the tabernacle of meeting. Hereafter the sons of Israel shall not come near the tabernacle of meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall perform the work of the tabernacle of meeting, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a statute forever, throughout your generations, that among the sons of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithes of the sons of Israel, which they offer up as a heave offering to Jehovah, I have given to the Levites as an inheritance. Therefore I have said to them, among the sons of Israel they shall have no inheritance. Then Jehovah saying, speak thus to the Levites and say to them, when you take from the sons of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them as your inheritance, then you shall offer up a heave offering of it to Jehovah, 1/10 of the tithe. And your heave offering shall be reckoned to you as though it were the grain of the threshing floor and as the fullness of the winepress. Thus you shall also offer a heave offering to Jehovah from all your tithes which you receive from the sons of Israel, and you shall give Jehovah's heave offering from it to Aaron the priest. Of all your gifts you shall offer up every heave offering due to Jehovah, from all the best of them, the consecrated part of them. Therefore you shall say to them, when you have lifted up the best of it, then the rest shall be accounted to the Levites as the produce of the threshing floor and as the produce of the winepress. You may eat it in any place, you and your households, for it is your reward for your work in the tabernacle of meeting. And you shall bear no sin because of it when you have lifted up the best of it. But you shall not profane the holy gifts of the sons of Israel, lest you die. Then Samuel said to the people, come, let us go to Gilgal and renew the kingdom there. So all the people went to Gilgal, and there they made Saul king before Jehovah in Gilgal. There they made sacrifices of peace offerings before Jehovah, and there Saul and all the men of Israel rejoiced greatly. Now Samuel said to all Israel, indeed I have heeded your voice in all that you said to me, and have made a king over you. And now here is the king, walking before you, and I am old and gray-headed, and look, my sons are with you. I have walked before you from my childhood to this day. Here I am, witness against me before Jehovah, and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken, or whose donkey have I taken? Or whom have I cheated? Whom have I oppressed, or from whose hand have I received any bribe with which to blind my eyes? I will restore it to you. And they said, you have not cheated us or oppressed us, nor have you taken anything from any man's hand. Then he said to them, Jehovah is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that you have not found anything in my hand. And they answered, he is witness. Then Samuel said to the people, it is Jehovah who raised up Moses and Aaron, and who brought your fathers up from the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before Jehovah concerning all the righteous acts of Jehovah which he did to you and your fathers, when Jacob had gone into Egypt, and your fathers cried out to Jehovah. Then Jehovah sent Moses and Aaron, who brought your fathers out of Egypt and made them dwell in this place. And when they forgot Jehovah their Elohim, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, commander of the army of Hazor, into the hand of the Philistines, and into the hand of the king of Moab, and they fought against them. Then they cried out to Jehovah and said, we have sinned because we have forsaken Jehovah and served the Baals and Ashtoreths. But now deliver us from the hand of our enemies, and we will serve you. And Jehovah sent Jerubbaal, Bedan, Jephthah, and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and you dwelt in safety. And when you saw that Nahash, king of the Ammonites, came against you, you said to me, no, but a king shall reign over us when Jehovah your Elohim was your king. Now therefore here is the king whom you have chosen, and whom you have desired. And take note, Jehovah has set a king over you. If you fear Jehovah and serve him and obey his voice, and do not rebel against the commandment of Jehovah, then both you and the king who reigns over you will continue following Jehovah your Elohim. However, if you do not obey the voice of Jehovah, but rebel against the commandment of Jehovah, then the hand of Jehovah will be against you, as it was against your fathers. Now therefore, stand and see this great thing, which Jehovah will do before your eyes. Is today not the wheat harvest? I will call to Jehovah, and he will send thunder and rain, that you may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, which you have done in the sight of Jehovah, in asking a king for yourselves. So Samuel called to Jehovah, and Jehovah sent thunder and rain that day. And all the people greatly feared Jehovah and Samuel. And all the people said to Samuel, pray for your servants to Jehovah your Elohim, that we may not die, for we have added to all our sins the evil of asking a king for ourselves. Then Samuel said to the people, do not fear. You have done all this wickedness, yet do not turn aside from following Jehovah, but serve Jehovah with all your heart. And do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things which cannot profit or deliver, for they are nothing. For Jehovah will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased Jehovah to make you his people.